Hello and welcome to We Are Fin, and I'm very pleased to be joined by Cheryl Bunton from Gulfstream, the CIO. Welcome to We Are Fin, first of all, Cheryl.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
And really good to have you here because you can give us an insight into, we're talking Industry 4.0, but you can give us an insight into AR and VR with Gulfstream and how you're using that.
So we're using it really across the spectrum, AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, as well as informed reality. So if you think about how we work with our customers in the sales and design phase, we use augmented and virtual reality. So for example, we have traveling options for customers to use. So for example, our light floor, where you can walk out onto a floor that's the size of a G650. So it's large. And then we have a matching application that your designer can work with you and pick fabrics and layouts, and you can walk through physically without any additional device. So that's sort of an augmented reality. You can also go into our Immersive Cave, which is a full virtual reality environment. We make it very private, so it's easy to participate in. And you can be in your plane as it's designed, and then you can, as the individual running the scenario, you can pick up a chair and move it to the other side, or move the divan, or say, okay, I'd like to have the galley in the back, not in the front, and I'd like different carpet here, and you start to tap. So it's a really interesting interaction to work in the design space yourself, because these are very personal choices that people are making.
Now, I can already see the huge benefits to me as a customer in that process. Where do you think that's going to develop in the future?
So I think some of the things that will happen is it collapses the design time, which allows for more iterations. If you change your mind, there's a way that we can deal with that. So for example, we introduced paint projection, which is another form of augmented reality. So if you have a paint scheme in mind for your airplane, we can modify it on the computer screen. It's projected onto your aircraft, and you can see exactly how wide that stripe is as it bends around the plane. And if you don't like the color, we can, with a touch of a button, change the color. So what we found, our customers are infinitely creative, and we want to give them the ability to do that. With 3D paint projection, they have a lot more flexibility in choosing the design for the exterior of their aircraft.
And just quickly, how advanced do you think the aerospace industry is in using these new technologies compared to other industries?
You know, I'm not sure, but what I would tell you is I think that the Gulfstream program, from the reaction that I get when I talk about it other places, I'm pretty sure we're ahead of a lot of folks. But at the same time, we have the customer that demands that sort of experience, so it's our obligation to do that, and we very much enjoy it. We enjoy being a market leader. We like doing anything we can that helps the customer be closer to the process and closer to us. We call that customer intimacy. I don't know enough about the rest of the industry to say how far or how fast they've gone. I think when you come to a conference like Industry 4.0, where I presented this morning, a lot of people are thinking about it, but they haven't yet taken the leap. I would encourage people to do that, because you only get the benefit when you do the work. The idea doesn't give you any return, and the return is more than just money. It's about improving the experience, and that's one of the core foundations of digital transformation, which is, you know, the overall process that Industry 4.0 is involved in. And I think it's important that people try these, even if it's in a small space. But I encourage people to really explore the alternate realities, so to speak. They're very popular in the consumer side of things. It's time to bring them into industry.
What a great place to finish. Cheryl, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And for the latest, of course, on everything for AR, VR, in fact, everything from Industry 4.0, get it all, and its impact on the aerospace and defense industries at wearefin.com.